Happening, guys? Martin's back again. You know what we are, so let's get into it. So guys, I'm going to talk about this fragrance. It's a fragrance which to me, initially I'm going to admit, when I smelt it initially, I did not like it. It reminded me of an old man not washed himself, gave us the type of vibe. And I think one thing I'm going to say about fragrances, guys, and the way things go is that your nose, it's like your palate for certain things. Your nose will start to develop the more you get into fragrances. Don't limit yourself just to quote unquote cheap fragrances. Allow yourself to at least, even if you don't purchase, allow yourself at least even go and smell and test fragrances. Get your card, get your scent, on the card. Allow yourself to go home, smell it, and obviously see from there what you think of it. I'm sat here, guys, Sunday evening. Not got the right bottle, the right glass, but I'm sat here drinking this Diablo Cabernet Sauvignon, and I'm saying to myself, you know what fragrance would go well with this, depending on what you're doing. And then I reached for this fragrance, guys, and again, I'm going to admit, as I say, it's a fragrance I initially didn't like, but as my nose and my appetite for fragrances has started to develop, and I understand about the cardamom, I understand about the lavender and everything like going on about that, the bergamot, cardamom being the key component of this fragrance. I purchased one now, probably about over a year ago, actually. 60 mil. I think in the airport I paid around £50 for it or so. £50 for it or so. And looking online, I think I can get it for around about the same price or even cheaper now. For me, guys, I know it's been reformulated. It doesn't pop as much as the original back in the day. When I look at this now, I think it came out in, let's see, 2019. This is still a key staple, guys. This is still a key fragrance that you need to have in your collection, in my opinion. Zara did release a version of it called Y, which I think was not bad at all. Obviously, the thing about the difference, guys, is the complexity with these fragrances. That one was about £10 or so, and you see they had like letters for the fragrances that are released. That particular one is okay, but personally, I think for myself, guys, I'm happy to spend the £40, £50 and get the real thing. There's no reason to just buy cheap things all the time. As I say, it's not necessarily that, it's a case of if you can afford it, by all means get the original. If you can't afford it and you think there's a cheaper alternative, do what you need to do. But for certain fragrances, guys, I prefer to have at least the original. No different from this bad boy here that I've talked about before. Let's talk about the one EDP. For me, I've not seen any particular house release anything to say. I want to say house or high street fragrance that's been released that really seems to be on par with this one. For me, guys, whether there's a clone or whatever else out there, personally, I will stick with this. I think it's cheap enough. If you're really into fragrances, this fragrance doesn't necessarily project as much as I would like, but at the same time, guys, every time I smell it, man, it just reminds me of just sitting back in a leather chair, just enjoying myself, maybe having a cigar, doing what I need to do, and just think to myself, you know what's the next move? And that's how I feel with this particular fragrance, and I'm starting to feel that way with this one. It's on my list, guys. I don't think I'll buy 100 mil because I'm not that. I've got so many fragrances now. I don't think I'm going to use that much of it, but I think easily, guys, 60 mil, £40, £50 is not a bad shout. And it's one of those fragrances that, again, you're not going to wear it all the time. Lavender, I've worn this for in the evenings. It's worked out very well. Ladies who I've spoken to about it, some ladies really like it. Other ladies are more like, maybe depending on what you're doing, they prefer more so like the maybe 1 million or something like that, slightly more like a party fragrance. For me, guys, this isn't really a party fragrance. This is more just, I'm cool, calm, collected. I know where I am, I know what I'm doing, and in this moment in time, I'm very comfortable in where I need to be. Classic fragrance, guys. Again, 2009. So many years on, 11 years on, still there. Now, as I say, the projection is not there what it used to be, but at the same time, a lot of these fragrances are being reformulated. It's still a classic fragrance. If you were young and you're probably about maybe, I don't know, less than maybe 25 or so, 24, maybe this may not be for you. I personally, I think the difference is when I first smelled this compared to now, I think this is slightly more for the maturer type of fragrance enthusiast. This is not a fragrance, in my opinion, that would necessarily just be I'll be wearing to high school. Some guys, don't get me wrong, if you can wear this one, try it, go for it. But me personally, I'm probably, again, I'm in my 30s now, so this is something which I think I can easily rock. I can wear this daytime, nighttime, for me, it doesn't matter. I don't think it's something I want to wear in the high heat because I think it could be a little bit chlorine. But at the same time, guys, as it goes for the evening, for the nighttime, autumn, winter, this is a classic fragrance, essential fragrance in my opinion. Check it out. I think Zara will release probably the white again. So obviously keep an eye out if you don't want to spend maybe 50-60 pounds. But as it goes, guys, classic bottle. The presentation, in my opinion, is really nice. You can see on the top as well, you get the classic logo. And again, compared to some of the new releases that have been released from YSL, for me, guys, this is still one of the staple fragrances, and I would highly recommend it. But nonetheless, guys, do you have this in your collection? Let me know. Leave a comment down below, guys, as well. If this is something that you've come across before, or what you think of it. This is something that you've kept as a staple, like I always keep purchasing as my bottles run out. There's certain key ones I will always keep in on deck. Again, had a chat with someone again about Dior Sauvage, and it was of the same view. Like, this is a really nice fragrance. For me, guys, this is 60ml, and it was on sale. As I say, I paid £40 for it, so I won't necessarily run out and go and buy this one, but I still like to know it's available when I want to go and get it. And this is one which, again, is starting to run out. I'm starting to think to myself, I don't really want to spend too much on it. It's not the highest on my list, but it's still got its place, guys. It's still a nice fragrance, and it still reminds me of maybe more of a chill out time. I remember wearing this one when I was in Germany, and it always reminds me of when I'm in Germany. So this is definitely a fragrance, guys, which I keep in my collection. Perfumery, in my opinion, guys, I'm seeing it more so now as before, is an art form. And again, if you appreciate art, walking art, visual art, whatever you want to call it, for me, all these different forms of art and different forms of fragrances are memories, experiences, and this represents an experience and a memory to me, and I'm happy to go and probably buy another bottle of it. By all means, guys, that's me just rambling on this, a very random video, but nonetheless, I thought I'd get this out there. Leave your comments down below, guys, and hopefully, again, this will save some time, some money. I would recommend this fragrance. Again, don't expect too much in respect of beast mode performance, but at the same time, guys, this is a cool, calm, collected fragrance. Does still get compliments, slightly more for a mature man, I would say, but it's definitely going to be one which, again, is a classic, and I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. Let me leave your comments down below, guys, and I'll see you next video. Ciao.